yes. Back with an attack. I'm trying to test. I'm trying to make this thing sound. Get a little bit more. Oh, there we go. That's good. Okay. There we are. You guys aren't going to be able to hear it on your end, but for me, while I'm back here in the podulator, did you guys know that they have suicide pods? I saw that the other day on Instagram, bro. It was insane. Like it's like European, like Russian or something, like like just, yeah, like they make these, yeah, it's like nitroid gas or something. And you can do a freaking suicide pod. I guess for people that are like terminally ill or some shit. It was sketchy, bro. I was like, whoa. I was like, dang, that is sketch. That is sketch-mado. All right, guys. So the president has had an attempt on his life. President Donald Trump was almost assassinated, and last night he did talk about it at the Republican National Convention. So, with all that going forward, many men wish death upon Donald Trump. They do. And look, the reason, guys, hold on. I'm just trying to get to where my notes, get at the beginning of my notes. The reason for it is because the left, the Democrats, the Matrix, whatever you want to call it, they try to take him out, and they missed, bro. You can't kill a man that God wants alive. You cannot. No. Okay, here we go. That's right. All right. So, yes, it's hard. You can't. You're not going to be able. You're not going to be able to kill a man that God wants alive. And the Matrix did this whole thing where they were literally trying to take out Donald Trump so bad. And I actually watched something. I was watching something about it today, and they were saying, like, yeah, you have all this leftist, you have all this brainwashing. It's quite literally brainwashing from the left. And where it happens is in these large populated cities like New York and like Los Angeles, and the places where everything is so readily available, and crooked politicians know that they can get all these votes from the majorities and the minorities, and they can just say, we're going to give away free stuff. We're going to save the ozone. It's all bullshit, and they take this new generation that doesn't know anything. There's literally people who have no clue who Adolf Hitler is. There's people who literally don't have any fucking clue about World War II. And none of that. Like, there's kids nowadays that know zero fucking history. And that's what the left has been doing, man. They've been brainwashing all of these like young men and women to think that they can, go be fucking girls, and to think that they can go be girls, and a guy can be a girl, and a girl can be a guy, and you can wear makeup, and you can you know sit around all day and not work, and like it's like that's not reality. That's not real. That's false reality. That's utopia. You know? That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing about the left, They sell on emotion. They sell on emotion, and that's good. You should sell on emotion when you're trying to sell. That's how you sell. If you ever find yourself, sorry, I'm just adjusting the mic. If you ever find yourself trying to sell a product to someone on logic, then you're wrong. You're dumb. It's not going to work. So, like it's quite literally superheroes versus villains. Superheroes versus villains, and everybody in between is just just the masses of people who don't really know. You have these strong, powerful voices that are the heroes: the Donald Trumps, the David Goggins, the Andrew Tates, the Jordan Petersons, the Joe Rogans, the Elon Musk, the Ben Shapiro, all these guys that are just hearing this mainstream stuff and going, whoa, 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 whoa. No, that's wrong. That's fucked up. Don't fucking listen to that. That's bullshit, And they're sitting here saying, damn it. Like the left is over here like, damn. God, these fuckers, they're messing up our planet. They're literally the villains. Like, if it wasn't for you meddling kids, I'd have all the votes, and I'd have $5 million, or I'd have $50 million right now kicked back in the Oval Office. Yeah, bro, like quite literally, like that's the reality that the U.S. government and politicians have gotten to. And it's very visceral, and it's not, it is ugly at times. I don't like to, I'm not I don't like to be a negative, but sometimes the truth isn't always the most pleasant thing. I don't like to be negative, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you either. So it's really time. It's really a time of awakening. It's a time of awakening for a lot of people to realize that, if you want to save our country, you're really gonna have to not be so manipulated by the masses. And look, back to the shooting attempt. I don't want to leave this out. Back to the shooting attempt. You have the reason. Look, the propaganda that has been being pushed, this BS propaganda that's been being pushed so hard into the minds of the young people. This propaganda that's been being pushed into the hearts and minds of these young people. They truly believe it enough for some kid, for some 20-year-old child. Okay, I know at 18 you become an adult, but look, let's be real. Nowadays, it takes longer for men to grow up. This 20-year-old, nothing but a kid, climbed up on a roof with an assault rifle Why? Because he believed. He believed so deeply in that left wing propaganda that had been pushed to him. He was going to be their hero. He was going to save the United States. He was going to take out this bad guy. He was a henchman, man. He was a henchman. That kid. What was his name? What was his name? I literally forget his name. But wasn't it like Thomas something? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Thomas Crooks, this kid. He was so brainwashed by the left wing. He believed it so hardcore that he risked his own life to try and take out Donald Trump because he believed Donald Trump was evil. He believed that Donald Trump was evil and an evil, bad, crooked person. Oh, rapist, racist, crook, blah, blah. He believed the media. He was unable to think for himself. And he got used like a pawn in chess. The Matrix, bro, the left wing, the Democrats had all these things set in place, and trying to kill him was their last attempt. Now, I'm not saying they won't try again. I'm just saying that was like, it's like, all right, we can't put him in jail. We can't make him go broke. We can't, limit his freaking time to campaign. Fuck, none of those worked. Shit. All right, well, we gotta fucking kill him. You know what I mean? It's like the livelihood. Like that's how these people, make their livelihood. The Democrats, man, the liberals. It's very scary. Now, I'm not saying that. Now, I'm not all like, the Matrix is evil. The Democrats are evil. I'm not like all saying they're all evil. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, they only have their best interests at heart. That's the main thing. I'm not saying they're like, gonna try and, blow up the world. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, the left side only has their the Democrats only have their best intentions at heart. They don't really care about, America as a whole. They just want votes and money. Like, that's pretty much, like, that's all it is. Like, these people aren't like, whatever you consider evil, I guess. I'm just not trying to sound like too insane. But it's happening in real time. So that's why I'm talking with so much enthusiasm. Like, it's very real to us now. It's like the jig is up. The gig is up, bro. The game is over. Like, you guys really gotta wake up. Really gotta wake up. You got. It's just insane how 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 strongly people believe or believed in the left to let them win another election like that. Yeah, it is. It is crazy, and Donald Trump was a great president the first time he was in, but I think this is what happened. I think, yeah, the last election probably was rigged. I think that's totally valid. I think they probably did definitely cheat on that election. And number two, I think the amount of stupid people probably outweigh the amount of people that actually know a thing or two about the country and politics. I think there's a lot more stupid people out there. I mean, it is. It's like people like the reason that propaganda can be pushed so hard. The reason that propaganda can be pushed so hard and people believe it so hardcore is because it's not just the left wing. It's not just the matrix. It's not just Democrats. Like the matrix is not just the Democratic Party. It's the media too. Like these people are bought and sold individuals. They do what they're told to do out of fear of being canceled. It's like, hey, look, here's a story. This is, we know what actually happened, but we're going to say this happened. Put it on there or you're fired. We don't give a damn what people say. This is what's going to sell. Do it or you're fired, It's like, be a good little sheep. Be a good little cattle. Be a good little worker. Yeah, man. Junk's real. Very real. Okay, so look, you want to be somebody. Let's just logically say that you find yourself and you want to be somebody that is real and actually worth a crap. Okay. You want to be somebody that's like that. Be a person of substance. So the first thing you have to do is you have to save yourself from poverty first. Because you can't help people. You can't help poor people if you're one of them. It's like the vice president, the J.D. Vance. I think he is a very good politician. I'm not going to say he's he's a good politician, and I think he's going to be a good vice president. But he's a great example of somebody that came from a not so great background and actually pursued a good life because he was smart. Now, when I say that you can't help, like if he didn't make himself a person of substance, if he didn't become a lawyer, an entrepreneur, and a politician, he wouldn't have been able to save other people. Because he himself would have still been a brokey. He himself would have still been a poor person. So the first thing you have to do is save yourself from poverty first. You have to save yourself before you can help the others out. because you can't do anything for them if you're in the same sinking ship. Okay. Does that kind of make sense? I I think that should make sense. Damn, it's about to rain outside. So, it's like you can't, like, you gotta make yourself real first. You gotta get yourself situated first before you can go out and slay the monster. So another good adage is necessity is the mother of all invention. That's a good one. I actually just heard that the other day. Necessity is the mother of all invention. So when you're going on, the journey of trying to making yourself better, you can kind of like refer to that quote, because what my favorite part about that is like you got to look at things in terms of like, what do people need? You got to get down to people's needs. Like, what's the necessities? What's the, what do you have to make of the situation? What do you have to, which direction do you need to go to get to where you want to go? Necessity is the mother of all invention. You must be able to drive things forward. It's like Elon Musk, he knows that renewable cars and electricity and electric cars are going to be a necessity in the future. We're going to need that, or our planet is going to suffer. Every great inventor, engineer, whatever, kind of understands that quote. All the cars, all the new technology, it's invention, because these things are going to be necessities in the future. It's what drives the world forward, the industrial machine, the economic complex. It drives the world forward. Yeah. Yep. That's it. All right. Life on survival mode is where you really get to the hard work. Yeah. You have to be able. So when you get out, like you gotta, like, one of the things I have, one of the things I have realized over the past, the past like month or two, I would say, is that if you can, like, as a man, if you can separate yourself from everything. Now, you don't want to go. You don't want to, like, you don't want to go lone wolf for too long, or you just become really weird. Yeah. You don't want to go. You don't want to go like lone wolf mode for too long, or like stuff just gets kind of weird. That's what I think. Because to be successful, you're going to have good partnerships and a good team to help you out. Now, I mean, you're gonna have to have a good team. You're gonna have to have good connections, and you're going to need to have a social circle. Yeah. Yeah. You must be able to socialize and have a social circle. Absolutely. Because people make your world. People make your world big time. They definitely help you, you know. They are the ones that influence you the most. And I actually heard this, like sometimes it's better, to pay, like sometimes it's better to pay people to pay to be at higher venues, better venues, because the quality of people you'll meet there is way better. Yeah. Yeah, the quality of people that you'll meet at at a more expensive venue is going to be way different from the people you meet at the average or below average. You got to surround yourself with value and beauty. That's the best way. Yeah. Yeah, that's the best way to do that. Now, I mean, I know everybody might not be able to jump to that right off the rip, but if you can implement that later on, you don't, like, if you have the option, if you have the money and you have the option, I would say yes. Yes. Go to that higher paying venue. Go to the more expensive place, because the people that you're going to meet there, the people that you're going to have the opportunity to approach and network with and build connections with is going to be better. You might meet other entrepreneurs, other doctors, other engineers, other lawyers, a politician. It's just the people that are going to be there is going to be more high quality. Yeah, yeah. That's yep. Most definitely. But back to my point, back to my topic. So, life on survival mode is definitely, like, every man needs to do that. You 100% have to go on survival mode for a certain amount of time. 100% you need to go on survival mode for a certain amount of time before, like, to get to the next level. But you don't want to stay there, because you just become super weird if you do. Like lone wolf forever, you become a freaking Thomas Crooks. No, I'm just fucking with you. That's fucked up. But people make your world. Surround yourself with good people, and you'll be okay. Now is the best time in history for men to be able to rebuild themselves. You want to know why? Because if you go broke today, you have the internet. You can go online and you can rebuild yourself. You have all these resources that people years ago didn't have. You have all these resources that are that you can use, that you can utilize to your advantage. You know, we have portable computers. Everyone's got a phone. It's like it's so easy to be. It's so easy to be great nowadays, but it's also very easy to be lazy too. But hasn't it always been like that? Maybe it has. I'm not sure. No, I think it definitely has. But I mean, men definitely can rebuild themselves big time nowadays. All right. Okay, so let's talk about this. So we're going to talk about loss aversion bias. Loss aversion bias is pretty much the humans like to avoid losses much more than they like to win. Yeah. That's also the reason why so few people are extremely rich. Most settle for safety and security out of fear of losing what they have. Take the $90 profit risk. Remember that the higher the risk, the greater the reward. Obviously, you have to be sensible about things. But if you have a small hunch, shut the bias and take control of your destiny. Yeah, bro, like a lot of people will settle. They'll just settle for freaking mediocre. They'll settle for mediocrity, bro. They're like, all right, I'm just going to settle. Settle for these checks on the 1st and 15th. Yep. It's like, no. Do not do that. That's crazy, bro. Whenever you start to settle in life, whenever you start to get comfortable in life, you're fucking up. You need to grow. You need to go back on survival mode, man. You need to go back and freaking. You need to go back and move. You gotta get around. You need to. You can't get comfortable. You don't want to get comfortable like that. Because you want to keep on evolving. You got to evolve, You got to go. You got to do what you need to do. Yeah. I almost didn't do a podcast today, but here I am, I sacked it up. And I'm going up the hill anyway, I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, definitely. You got to. You gotta do it. Yeah, don't ever settling in life is not good. Like I'm not. I have the mindset to not settle in life, but I do find myself feeling stuck a lot. But if you feel stuck, keep on driving forward. Keep on pushing forward. Keep on searching, and you'll get unstuck eventually. Now, I'm not saying that as soon as you get unstuck, you'll feel completely free. I'm saying you'll probably get unstuck, and then you'll get to a new stuck. You'll get to a new problem. That's how it goes. But to take on those problems, you start to take on bigger problems. Okay? Bigger problems. And with bigger problems comes greater responsibility. And with greater responsibility, with greater responsibility, you begin to grow because you get greater power. We've all heard it. Greater responsibility, great power, greater power. And then that's where you grow. After that is where you grow. And to stay there, it takes a lot of discipline. Yeah, to stay at that higher prong in life, it takes discipline. Like, you got to be disciplined with it. Like, it's like, all right, I'm going here, and then I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to save this amount of money, and I'm going to spend it on this, and it's going to re-up me to here. I'm going to reinvest it here. Okay, we're going. All right, I'm gonna need $2,000 for this. Okay, and this is gonna cost me $3,000, but I'm gonna, I'm making this much. I'm like, all right, you got all these plays, bro. You got to make your own plays. Yeah, you got to make your own plays, big time. Yes, definitely. Your money can never mature faster than you as a man. So let's just say, hypothetically, you stay on your grind, right? But your money can never mature faster than you can as a man. Like, as a guy, you're gonna have to be mature with your money. Like, you're gonna have to be able to spend your money wisely on things that are not gonna be, harmful. Yeah, like, you're just gonna have to freaking be able to slay the dragon. Slay the dragon of whatever you need to get rid of in your life, whether it be freaking buying too much beer all the time, buying too much booze, freaking junk food, freaking whatever, man. All those things take discipline. But you should be focused on making bigger plays, because when you start making bigger plays, then you don't have to worry about that as much, because you have more money. That's big. That's a big one right there. Yep. All right. But a lot of these people, that have had that are successful, that have gone on these successful runs, are people that have had kind of effed up lives, Life on the frontier is like not having people to bail you out. Not having a lot of people to bail you out. That's what life on the frontier is. Yeah. That's where you grow. Mm-hmm. When it comes to life on the frontier, a man on a mission doesn't need game, because he is the game, and it comes naturally. So when you're on a mission, like, I'm not talking about like when you're like, oh, I'm on a mission, I'm going to class, and no, I'm talking about when you're on a real life endeavor, a real life. You could go broke, you could lose 10 grand. You could lose 20 grand. You could, this is an investment, a real mission, a real life. You could really take an L or you could really get a W mission. When you're playing those high stakes, as a man, like at that level, you don't need game because you are the game. Everything about you, your essence is just like, you're serious, bro. Like you're really serious. You're, like, because you've really been, playing for keeps. You've really been playing at high stakes. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. You gotta play those high stakes. The higher the stakes, the more people are going to be able to tell. They're going to be able to tell it in your personality, in the way you move. You're just going to be, Phew. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, most def. Now, that doesn't mean you don't need to go out or you don't need to practice socializing or practice talking to women or whatever. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that those big W's, those big wins are gonna affect your personality. They're gonna bring it out in your personality more. Like you're gonna be able to be like, all right, I'm good. Like stuff's gonna roll off your back more because you've already won so much in your personal life. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come back out into your essence, into your personality. Like, it's like I'm a winner. You know what I mean? Like I'm a winner. Like I win. That's what I do. Like I win in life. That's what I do. And you don't need game because you are the game. Your life is a high stakes battle. Your life is a high stakes game because you are a player, bro. You are a chess player. You're moving pawns. You're moving queens. You're moving kings. You're moving, You're playing this high stakes game, bro. Like yeah. Does that make sense? I hope so. And let's just say once you get to the point of success, once you get to the point of financial success or just success in general, like I'm not over here. I'm not saying this. I think I've said it in the past, but I'm not saying this stuff anymore about like, oh, success is whatever you want it to be. No, bro. No, success as a man is being rich and powerful, and having the most resources available to you, and being high value. That's success, bro. Whatever you want to call it. If you want to be a fucker and say, "Oh, success is living in my trailer and watching 1984 Batman, and I smell like shit," like, then that can be success to you. But in the real world, in, non-dumbass land, success is being rich and powerful, being a man of substance, having access to the most resources available to you, having a high value social circle, and being able to build upon that. That's what I think. But the goal, once you get to that, success, whatever whatever that may be to you, right? It's not just, the goal is not to do nothing once you're there. Like, it's not like, it's crazy, bro. Like, I see this mindset in people everywhere. Like, I see this mindset in people. And it really happens. I don't know when it happens to people, but I think it's got to happen when they're young, because people just run around in circles in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s, and then they get about 50, like mid 50s, and then they just say, retirement. I can't wait to retire, and I'm going to sit on the beach, and I'm going to drink my mocktail. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? The goal is not to do nothing. The goal is not just to have it all. The goal is to spend every minute of your life doing things that fulfill you. Things that fulfill you. Things that make you feel more human. It's like you have a chance. No matter your background, no matter your demographic, that's why I just said everything I said about the America as the USA, America as a country. When you have your country at your best interest, like Donald Trump does, he makes the chance of you being able to escape more profitable, more able, more actually able to happen. Under Dementia Joe, with fucking high gas prices, high inflation, how are you ever gonna buy a house, start a business? How are you ever gonna do any of that? You're not. It's sure as shit ain't gonna be that fucking easy. You gotta have your country at heart, and you have to understand that there's a chance for you to make it. Yes, I understand there's going to be dumbasses in the world that don't ever want to make it. They're going to say, fuck everybody, fuck everything. I'm going to get into this relationship, get beta-tized, get fat with my woman, and we're going to sit here and degenerate into mediocrity. Woo! No. Fuck no, fuck you. That's what I think. That's my prerogative. Fuck that shit. Big time. But I'm not saying marriage is bad. I'm just saying I've heard both ways of it. I've heard both ways. I've heard both ways of people say, successful people say, get married, your woman's going to help you out. I mean, yeah. I think it is good. I think it is good to have a chick 100% that's going to do all the little stuff that you don't want to do as a man. I do believe that. It's good to have a chick, that's going to clean the house, that's going to do the dishes, that's going to do all that monotonous shit that you don't want to do. Yes, I do think that is good. But I also think that, no, I'm not going to say I think. I'm going to say I know. I know this. Women will do all that stuff for you, but then they're gonna try and seduce you. And not in a good way. They're gonna try and sneak in. It's in their nature, bro. It's in their nature, bro. I don't know if you've heard this. I don't know if you've heard this. I know I've said it before. I know I've said it before on my podcast. I have a scorpion tattoo on the side of my arm. On my right arm, I have a scorpion tattoo. I have a scorpion tattoo because the story of the scorpion and the frog. The scorpion and the frog are sitting on the side of the pond. The scorpion strolls over to the frog. Yo, frog, let me cop that ride across the lake. Psh. All right, big dog, hop on. They're going across the lake. They're in the middle of the fucking lake. Scorpion locks eye contact with the frog. Says, "Ha ha, gotcha, bitch." Pow! Stings him right on the back of the neck. Frog starts to fucking lock up. Starts to fucking seize up. His last dying words come out to the scorpion. As he's dying, he says, "Why? Why did you sting me? You fucking bitch of a scorpion. Why?" Scorpion looks back, says, "It's in my nature." Boom, boom, boom. They both fall to their murky death. That, my friend, is what women will do to you in a relationship. Now, I'm not saying women are evil. I'm a charming misogynist. Not a full-on misogynist. But no, women will do that. Women will beta-tize you. They will slowly, like an anaconda, try to get you off your purpose. Although they do help you a little bit, but it's also very good to be able to kick them the fuck out when you want. You know, it's like, what's the tactical advantage of getting married? You know? Now, I mean, I get it. You know, some guys long for companionship. Some guys long for that, like, sense of togetherness. Like, I just want to tell you that shit's gay. That's a feminine quality. But I just want to say on a real note, you know, there's no shame. I don't have any, like, you know, shame for dudes that get married young and shit. I just think you're not going to reach your full potential as a man if you do that. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying you're not going to reach your full potential. That's the main thing I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm gonna adjust the mic one more time. So I mean, you know, if you can find a chick, it's just in women's nature, you know, to hunt and lock down a man and get him to succumb to her whims. Like that's what chicks do in relationships. So I mean, if you go into a relationship knowing that, great. If you don't, you're gonna end up a fat fuck and lazy as shit and broke with your girl. I mean, it is what it is, bro. Game is game. Like, I'm just trying to save dudes out here. But in today's day and age, you either have to really be successful or you just got to be able to charm the shit out of girls. Because like back in the like 90s and shit, bro, you could do that shit easily. But today is different. Today's game is different, so... You know, don't be afraid to invest in yourself, guys. You just got to find the right stuff to invest in. You know, do your research. Because everything's changing hands, bro. Like, this is the best time in history to be alive. So, but yes, anyway, back to what I was saying. The goal, once you're successful, is not to sit back, kick back on a beach all day. I guarantee you 100% you're going to get bored as shit, for one. And number two, you're going to stagnate. You know? I mean, obviously, live a nice life on your terms, but once you get successful, you're going to have to operate at a higher level. But with greater success comes greater rewards, so you're going to be able to balance that out. You're going to have time to recuperate. You're going to have time to, It's like you got to think of your, like, I think the misconception here is like the ideal life is not doing anything. Like, my ideal life, let's just say, potentially I had freaking 20 mil in my bank account. 20 mil in my bank account tomorrow. It's like, would I know how to use it? Would I know how to make the most of that? I damn sure would try. But it's like there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being wealthy is knowing how to make money and knowing how to maintain money and make it. Being rich is just having it and being a normal person and not knowing jack shit. That's the difference between rich and wealth. Wealth is like, you know how to acquire this. You know, dude, if I had 20 M's in my bank account tomorrow, bro, I would fucking quit my job. I would get around a bunch of fucking high performance coaches, and I would optimize the absolute shit out of myself. I would say, all right, fuck this shit. High performance coach. I'm going to make a routine. Tell me what you think about this. I'm going to learn how to start this business. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? What would most dudes do? Lambo. House in the hills. Negative. Negative, Ghost Rider. Negative. I got 20 mil, bro. I'm trying to get a bill. I'm trying to turn that into $1 billion. Or let's be more realistic. I got 20 million. I'm trying to turn that shit into 100 million, fam. Fucking A, bro. Shit. Milk the cash cow. Most people just want to get money and fuck off. Like, that's not the game, bro. That's not the game, bro. Like, I'm trying to make my last name mean something. Like, I'm trying to make like being a Harton, you know? Like, being a Harton should mean something. You know, like, I'm trying to build my fucking name, bro. Like, but this shit, I mean, I'm not even gonna sit here and complain. I'm not a complainer. I've never been a complainer. I haven't. So I'm not even gonna do that. But hope you guys understand that. Oh, and actually I wanna add one more thing. This was underneath. Sometimes my notes are really sporadic because, like, during the day I always read a bunch of different stuff, so the notes are just sporadic. It's like one thing, and then there's no order here. But anyway, look. So as a man, you'll always be more happy. You'll always be most at peace around a woman who loves you more than you love her. That's not even like, I'm not even trying to like be a fucker. Like, that's so true. Yeah. Yeah, you can always tell, like, when a chick likes you, like when a chick loves you a little bit more. I'm not even gonna say how, because anyway. But you'll always be able. You'll always be able to. You'll always be most at peace around a girl that like loves you like one or two notches than you love her. Yeah, why? Because she's gonna give you more chances. She's gonna give you more stripes. She's gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's yeah. Yeah. So, but really, the reason for that, I think, is just because, like, women are like servants. Like, women are givers. They're the givers of life. Like, women want to give shit to you. Like, they want to do stuff for you. Like, when a woman loves you, she loves doing shit for you. But you got to have a backbone. Yeah. Yeah, you got to have you got to have a backbone in the relationship too. Or, you'll just get like, gypped around. Also, you also have to make more money than your woman, or you will be emasculated eventually. That's huge too. A lot of guys don't realize this. If you make the same amount as your woman, there's negotiations to be had. She can negotiate. She can maneuver. She makes the same amount of money as you do, bitch. Your girl should need you. Like, she should need you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when your girl is like, when you're on a date with your girl, like, you should be able to take her places that she doesn't normally go. Because you're the man. You got the bands. You know what I'm saying? And that just takes me back, bro. That takes me back to fucking Donald Trump, bro. He's got the country's best interest at heart. I'm really not trying to bounce back to that every 10 minutes, but it just keeps on coming back. Look, this is another reason to vote Republican because, look, Donald Trump has America's best interest at heart. With our economy booming, with inflation down, with gas prices coming back down, men are going to have purchasing power again. Okay, look, it's like, why were men the leaders why were men the head of the household and the leaders in fucking 1950? Because they had the purchasing power. They had the purchasing power to be dominant over women, bro. Yeah. Yep. That's right. That's right. Okay. Yes. I would say it's better to wear your heart on your sleeve and love with all your soul and be okay if things don't work out in the end. Yeah, you want to be smart. Be smart, please. But don't be so rigid that, don't be so rigid that freaking you can't have any humility. Yeah, you should be serious, but don't be too serious all the time. Be able to laugh at yourself, crack jokes, be charming, but have a serious side, of course. Wear your heart on your sleeve, bro. And love with all your soul. Try and give people, I know, you're a man on your purpose and blah, 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 Yeah, you can be a dick. Okay. You're not going to be a dick to me, but, you can be a jackass if you want, an asshole, whatever. But, be okay if things don't work out in the end, Heart on your sleeve, love with all your soul, like just try and be a giver because that's only going to make you more happy in the end, knowing that you knowing that you gave it all, you know. knowing that you gave it all, and you went out and you sent it, and you did what you could. You did what you did. You sent it. You did it. You know, like, you're gonna have peace of mind at the end of the day. At the end of your life, you're gonna have peace of mind. You're like, well, I did that thing. You know, I did it. I got that. I moved there. Started that business. I did it. You know, like, that's going to be peace of mind, bro. That's going to do it. That's going to do it, bro. Most def. All right, guys. I'm getting out of here. Thank y'all for listening to this episode. It's your boy Rhett. I'm out.